Live from the Lone Star States and the Bluegrass State. This is your two dads. Two real dads giving you the real news.
Happy New Year. We have the same dumb leaders. Welcome back, everybody. It has been too many days since we talked, boys and girls. I learned something incredibly important.
Hi, fuzzy buddy. You're
I
fuzzy
know.
this morning.
I look fuzzy.
It's all
Me fuzzy, or is it just blurry? It's a
Both.
little blurry. Yeah.
Both.
And
It's okay.
also, I do look like I rolled out of bed and I was like, uh-oh, I have to do the show. And my wife was like,
Look
are
at
you
you
serious?
being
It's New
smart.
Year's Day. And I said, I haven't talked to Deacon in 2 weeks. Come on, give me a
Look,
break.
let me tell you, this is how much I love you. You're the only reason that I came to work, that I got up and came to work this morning. Otherwise, I
Are you
wouldn't.
serious?
I could have completely put it off and come in tomorrow and took the day
Man.
off. But I missed talking to you. I was like, no, I'm going to get up in the morning and go to work because me and JJ wants to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
So even if
man.
we only have one person that's watching live with us, we have several
It
that are
don't
going to be
matter.
watching afterwards. But
Yeah,
it
there
doesn't
are.
matter.
And there's a lot.
There's a lot
Yeah.
to watch afterwards.
Probably if somebody was a little more prompt about getting the show set up and that it could be like waiting to start.
Once again, we don't get paid for this. We don't make any
Right.
money off this. This is just a phone call between two buddies that
Yeah.
don't get to talk
Gotta
very
see.
often. Well, we
We
do.
gotta
We get
see.
to talk once
Well,
a week.
normally we get to talk every
We talk
morning,
once a
but
day. Yeah.
yeah, Christmas break comes around, and in my mind, I was like, "This is gonna be fine." There's a day of travel, and then I'm gonna be at my in-laws for 4 or 5 days. We can do some shows while I'm there, and then come home. But no,
So,
there's none of that.
give me a TLDR. Give me in a nutshell how
Oh,
your Christmas was.
let's see. Okay, so a few days before Christmas. No, it was after Christmas. So okay, so there's Christmas, which was with me and my kids, which was here in our house. So obviously
Right.
can't do it Christmas Day because like the kids are doing stuff or whatever. And that was a Monday, right? And next day was Tuesday, and we were just there was no good reason except that my wife was asleep, or my kids were up, or my kids wanted to play, or whatever. Okay, all right. And then Wednesday we'd go drive, and we're driving, so that's a travel day. Thursday and Friday, there's no reason why we can't do a show, except my kids are up and they're playing and they're screaming and they're
I'm
running
not
around the
talking
house.
about
And
doing a show. I'm talking about how your Christmas
oh,
was with your
oh,
family.
oh, oh,
I don't give a
oh,
crap about the show. I want to know
yeah,
how your family was. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are
yeah.
you
All
bugging
right,
me?
all right.
So, I mean, real quick,
We
how was it?
yeah. So for us this year, especially, we downsized our Christmas personally, like our little house. We did because we had the big trip to Tennessee, and we got our kids some towels, whatever. So aside from that, it wasn't like loads and loads of loot, which I think was good because the kids, they get so fixated on stuff, on things, and we
Well, you
really
just
wanted
go ahead.
Oh, and we just really wanted to like scale it down. One, I don't want to haul stuff all over the state of
Right,
Texas,
right.
but also like I don't I want to instill into my kids like stuff's not important. Like things are not important. People are important,
Yes, yes.
and your
And
family is important.
my kids used to watch those videos on YouTube when they were younger of these kids, and they would have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gifts and whatnot. And I can remember going to in-laws' house when they were little and being telling Ashley to be like, we're going to have to leave some of these here. We don't have enough room in the car with everybody in there to get all these presents in the car. We don't have enough room. So this year, since my kids are older,
Right.
we scaled down. We got them each kid got a stocking. Each kid got one gift, and then we got the whole family a gift.
Oh,
So
really?
so the whole family got a gift. Each kid got something, and everybody was happy with it.
Yeah.
Me and my one son was just like, man, I understand. I'm not a kid anymore. He said, I don't have to have the little Yu-Gi-Oh watch thing really, really
Yeah.
bad anymore. I understand. And I was like, well, that's good. I appreciate that. But that was instilled in me, which I think has been a hindrance in my life a long time ago, because when I was in middle school, my house burnt down and I lost
Yeah.
everything. I
Right.
lost
Right.
everything. I mean, all I had was the camouflage clothes that I had on because me and my dad had been deer hunting when we found out.
Yeah.
And so I had to start all over again. So now I'm like watching all my friends being like, look at my old Star Wars figures and look at this. And, and I don't have that stuff. So I think that as a hindrance and kind of as a good thing, it's a good and a bad. I don't have a real need for material possessions. I've never
Are
been
you
that way.
have
But
you
now,
been detached from it, or do you think that you felt like you had less than other kids because of
no,
that
no,
fire?
I've never felt like I had less than other kids. Never felt
Oh,
that way.
okay.
Never even come into my mind until you said it right there.
Yeah.
I feel like that it's just stuff. My most important stuff right now is all of those drawings up there that my children have done here at the radio station, that stack of drawings, those pictures
Yeah.
of them. And I've got a drawer at home with nothing but my children's drawings and everything that they've given to me and stuff like that. That's my most precious, prized, priceless items.
Really?
Other than that, I don't give a crap. And me
Mm.
and Ashley's talked about that. I think that makes it a hindrance too because I don't give a crap, and I don't put value on things. I have a hard
Yeah.
time being like and she's like no, and it's yeah. I think that's a bad thing about me. So
No,
anyway,
it's not. I don't.
happy New
Well,
Year, Merry Christmas.
yeah.
It's,
Merry Christmas. How was your Christmas when you're all good? You guys didn't travel because you have to do radio
On
gig all the
Christmas
time.
Day, Ashley has to travel to the edge of Kentucky, where
Yeah.
it borders Missouri, where the Mississippi River is, because her ex lives in Missouri, an equal distance. So,
Uh,
and it's about an
so she got a
hour.
split family thing there. You
Yeah, yeah,
gotta.
and it's about an
Mm.
hour and 10-minute drive for both people in one direction. Okay,
I see.
down
Okay.
little 2-lane roads 90%
Yeah.
of the time. So
Mm.
Ashley went to drop off the kids, and halfway there, she sends me a picture and she says, my battery lights come on. And I'm like, great. And then she's like, me and the kids are laughing because the windshield wipers are spazzing out. They'll go quick and they'll go slow. Ha ha
Oh
ha,
my.
LOL. And I'm going, no
That's not.
LOL. That's
That's
not
not funny.
LOL. That's ALTERNATOR. That's a bad alternator.
That is
And
a red flag
it's a
right there.
huge red flag. So
Your
she
voltage is changing. That's
yeah,
so
that's what
bad.
that means. So she gets like 50 yards from their meeting point. She can see her
uh,
ex-husband sitting over there, and her car dies on the side of the road.
oh my
So
god.
me and my brother on Christmas Day had to miss the first part of our. This is Christmas Day. So me and
Oh
my
my
brother had to
god.
miss the first part of our family Christmas and drive an hour to get her. We end up jumping her and getting her about 10 miles down the road before it stops again. So my
Yeah.
brother, thank God, I am so thankful for my father and brother. They are so awesome. They went and put it was a used alternator, but yeah,
Yeah.
when we measured the voltage, the alternator is putting out like 7.8 or something like that. We're like, oh,
That ain't
that's
gonna
not
work.
good. That's not going to
that's
work. Not even half.
not gonna work. Wow.
So,
Okay, so you
so
had a Christmas
we
adventure.
had a good Christmas adventure. Yeah.
You've
But
had electrical
Ashley,
problems on your cars for a
yeah,
little. Like that's not the first time.
no, but we don't get new car. We have 2
Right.
older cars that we fix and try to keep on the road. Ashley's car's got almost 300,000 miles on it. Mine's got
That's
over
amazing.
200,000. So we just keep them. I haven't had a car payment in forever, and my car's fine. I'm
That's
not trying to
awesome.
impress anybody. If you're impressed with me by the car that I drive, I don't need to be your friend. I don't want to really
Mm-mm.
be your friend.
No.
We wouldn't get along
I'm
very
in,
well.
I'm impressed that you get almost 300,000 miles out of a car.
If you take
That's
care
really
of a
great.
car, if you put oil in it and take care of it,
Yeah,
stuff's going to break and wear out. But
sure.
this is what my brother Logan said. He was like, dude, there are 65, at least 65 videos on anything you want to fix on any model car. You've just got to go through them and find which
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is the easiest for you. And I was like, you're exactly right. He
The
said, I
the
didn't know how to put on an alternator. I looked it up. There it was. I was like, well, shit, that's easy.
yeah. The biggest thing is you just have to block some time and figure out like what's wrong. I know how do I fix it? Go get the parts. But it's And yeah, yeah. And the alternator is easy to change. That's easy. And usually there's three. I mean, I'm no mechanic, but usually there's three. There's starter, battery, alternator. And if one of them fails and you don't take care of it, it'll mess up the other two. And
Yeah.
if you don't take, so you got to like stay on top of it. And boys and girls, there's like for $5, you can get a little battery terminal thing. Open the hood of your fucking car and look in there. And if there is a molding, growing, or green rust thing on top of your battery, clean that off. Just Just clean
You
that
don't
thing
even
off.
have to scrub it with a metal brush. If you're a lazy ass, just go get a 2-liter Coke bottle and pour on it, which
Um,
is not
m-
good for the battery, but it's
No,
still
no.
a mess
My
it up.
wife, every time something's wrong with my mouth, you want me to go get you a soda? And I'm like, no. I know you can do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna
Go
clean
and
all
grab
it
a
out.
brush from the hardware store
I'm gonna get
from
it
Napa and
clean contacts.
clean it. Yeah, take the contact off.
Okay,
Okay,
all
let's
right.
stop
There's
talking about bluegrass. This
terrible
is
car
about
advice from two dads, from your two dads.
terrible car advice.
All
Okay,
right, we got a
real
bunch
quick.
of different kinds of stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
real quick. We're gonna start off the new year with our song of the day.
Oh
I don't know
yes.
where the graphic song of the day is. That it?
Did I lose it?
I think it's right
I
here.
haven't messed with. There you go.
Sweet song of the day. We skipped last week. If you go to our YouTube or our Discord server that is above JJ's head, you can go to Deek's playlist. There is a lot of songs in there. If you don't know, I'm a
Yeah.
30-year DJ, so I'm not an on-air personality. I'm a DJ. I actually know music. So today's song, being January 1st, 2024, has to be U2's New Year's Day. This song was actually like number 58 on the charts until MTV started playing its video in heavy rotation. And you'll remember early MTV had just a handful of videos, like 100 or something like that. And they played them over and over and over and over and over and over again. So you saw them a million times. This was one that was showed quite a bit. And because it was shown quite a bit on MTV, it skyrocketed on the radio charts. So this was a huge hit because of the video. Bono always considered this a love song, even though this song's about war. It's about love in war. So cool song, good song.
I've heard this song
a
100
big
times.
Bono.
Easy. Yeah, so many.
I'm not the biggest U2 fan. I could get into
Yeah.
some conspiracy theories and stuff on them, but I've just never really been a big U2 music fan. I like some of their songs, and The Edge is a great guitarist, but I've just never really just gotten into them like some people do.
I know that
Crap out of them.
Bono, and probably the rest of them too, but Bono especially, is earlier on, he was like really, really political.
Yeah,
And but you know what, he wants to like use his platform, prestige, or whatever, to help people. And it was a number of years ago that he pivoted. He was like, it's going to be a lot less about politics and a lot more about just helping people. And he's been done so many benefits to help kids and people around the world. So he's a person that's really tried to use the um uh I mean, not just the celebrity, but also the good fortune that he's had in his career to try to leverage that to make a positive change in the world, and as he sees it.
Well,
And and objectively even. So he's a guy with a good heart. Now, if there's some conspiracy stuff, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that last statement. I don't know. I mean, he sure portrays a guy with a good heart. He sure
Yeah,
portrays
that's
a
what
guy
I
with a
say.
good heart as
I mean,
he
how do
sees
you
it.
know? You never know.
Well, yeah, you never know. And there's some you can go down the YouTube conspiracy theory rabbit hole that we're not going to
Really?
go down this morning, but it's
All right.
it's not that I believe it, but it's one of those entertaining. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. All right, so
I'm gonna see if I can
Year's
find this
Day,
song and put
excellent
it on
song.
permanent rotation in my house today, just to see if it'll drive my wife crazy. New Year's Day.
We're gonna do some New
Hey,
Year's songs this week.
I saw another song. Even though we weren't doing the show, Deacon
Oh,
was
yeah,
faithfully filling in.
that's right. I
Filling in.
did. It was a week about change. I did change last week.
Oh, that's what you were doing?
Yeah,
Oh.
change.
I saw him post and I was like, man, I feel bad. I can't make this show happen. I'm trying so hard and I just can't do it.
No, I was just here at work anyway, and I was like, okay, this is the last week of 2023, so let's do a week about change. So I did Tupac Change.
Yeah,
And then I posted some lyrics. Anima by Tool, which is a song about the end of the world, and I love. And there's a great lyric. And then a change is gonna come by Sam Cooke. And I was gonna post two more, and I forgot because Blind Melon Change was gonna be the one on Friday, and I forgot. So Blind Melon Change is one of my favorite songs of all time.
So that Tupac, I saw that Tupac in song in your list, and it reminded me of a different story that I saw this morning, and I was like, oh, let's segue it right there.
Okay, all right.
Although we have a number of different things that to address over that have happened in the last week or so we could kind of spot on any of them. But I saw this and I was like, huh, okay. So, Deke, I don't know if you saw this because I don't know that you run by the post millennial too often. Check this out. Tupac Shakur, murder suspect, allegedly gave the green light to murder witnesses to keep them from testifying.
I've been kind of following this a little bit because I was a big Tupac fan back in the day. Um,
Yeah?
Tupac
Oh,
was a very intelligent man. He was he was a poet. He was a modern day poet, except he came from the streets environment, and that's how
right.
he produced his poetry. And I don't think some people got it, but I mean, I was a white kid from a farming community, but I respected the crap out of the fact that he was so talented. And so when he got killed, this guy supposedly was, I mean, it's been said, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's been said that Sean Combs is the one behind all of this.
P. Diddy. Really?
He did he. And I said a long time ago, we were talking about this, the good buddy of mine that was a big Tupac fan, and I think he's the one that said this, but he was like, who benefited the most out of Biggie and Tupac's deaths? Who
Right.
benefited the most out of Biggie's death? Sean
Yeah.
Combs did. And then I saw an interview where this rap woman, I can't remember who it was, R&B lady, she was talking about it, and she said uh, Biggie Smalls, he was only alive for like he died when he was like 23 or 24, right? Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Right.
Sean Combs has been profiting off of his name for like 27 years. He's been dead for like
Mm,
longer than he was alive. They've been
right.
profiting off of him. So I don't know if any of that's true. You can go back and
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
into
That's
that.
a little speculative thinking like that.
Well,
I'm
and,
like, I'm
and I
always
don't
like,
know if this has come out in the trial, if it's not, if it was just, I'm sure it's just a conspiracy, speculative, whatnot, but it's interesting. Yeah, this
so
guy
this
was
is,
just a thug wanting some money, and
yeah.
did this and thought he would make a name for himself on the streets. And
Dwayne Keefe D. Davis is a Crip member who's been charged with orchestrating the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur, is being accused of attempting to orchestrate murder again from behind bars while he awaits his June trial. According to court documents filed by the prosecutor in Las Vegas on Thursday, Davis was discussing plans to potentially organize the assassination of witnesses who could testify against him during his trial next year. That's that's some stuff that's like straight up out of a TV show or a movie.
oh, that stuff happens all the time.
Sure, I'm sure it does because like in these cases where there's especially cold cases where there's very little evidence that you actually have, or a lot of it hinges on witness testimony. When no witness, no testimony. So,
That's true.
I mean, so I mean, it's possible. They said that the public defender's office sent a list of names as part of their pretrial preparations that included gang members as and witnesses who were cooperating with the DA's office. So I guess he was like trying to get rid of some snitches, trying to convict him. Anyway,
The
that was,
lyric,
and this was like 30 years ago. It was 27 years ago or
yeah,
something.
yeah, it was a long time. The lyric
Long
from that
time.
song that I posted, it says, "I've got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We've got to start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of two strangers." You just
Mm.
read through, like, look up some of his lyrics. Don't listen to the song, just look up the lyrics and read the lyrics, and you'll be like, wow, wow, that's really
I I
deep.
don't know personally a whole lot about Tupac. Honestly, I really don't. I know
He's
that there
very
was like
smart.
this
He went to like Juilliard
ne-
or something.
there was like
He
this
was a good
nexus of
producer.
creative individuals that were all kind of like tightly interconnected. He knew a lot of people knew him, and he knew like Jada Pinkett Smith or whatever hang out with Tupac Shakur. So like there was like a whole lot of creative individuals, and then those incidents happened. You had the
And
Biggie, and then Tupac,
I was watching
and
an
then it
interview,
all kind of
and
separated.
they were talking about how that whole gangster rap movement that started in the 90s, in the
Yeah.
early 90s, was completely orchestrated by record executives. Like
Mm,
it
yeah,
was it
I can
was
see that.
really interesting how they were like trying to get these rappers to rap about this. It was a very interesting conversation
Well,
with some hip hop record executives, and they were all doing this little podcast, and we were watching it. And it was very interesting.
like it was completely synthetic.
It's completely
Like it was
synthetic.
not
They're trying to convince these rappers to rap about this and write about this because if
right.
you look at like uh, Rapper's Delight, one of the first they say one of the first rap songs. He's talking about going over to your friend's house and the chicken's no good, and how do you tell your
Yeah.
parents, your friend's parents that the food's no
Right.
good. It's like, how did we
Well,
get
and
from here?
part and I remember it was I think it was Ice Cube that had the cop killer song. Was it Ice? No, it was Ice T. Ice T. And I remember that like he went on like Arsenio Hall or whatever, and they were talking about it. And it was and that song came out and it was so controversial, so sensational. It made so many headlines. And I know that and everybody was like, this is horrible, this is terrible, this is so bad. And the record label people were like drooling over themselves, like, look at all this press we can get.
Look, let's look back in history at 2020 vision.
Yeah.
That song, you knew who he was then. You did not listen to that music, but you knew who Ice-T was then. And Ice-T is
Yeah.
a very intelligent man as well. He took that, and then now he's become a really good actor.
Parlayed that shit into a career.
No kidding. I mean, he's a very smart man. All right, so we've talked about music for 30 minutes, dude. That's
oh my. Well, I just thought I saw that Tupac story. I thought there was no way we can't not talk about that a little bit.
I've been trying to follow that a little bit. I don't want to talk about
let's see. Let's I don't know what to segue to next, other than I guess there's this other mass murder story. This is not fun.
I didn't.
Oh, this is terrible. I heard like something. I think you know what it was. I was on Twitter and I saw Cernovich mention something about it, and it's like, yeah, nobody cares about Christians being, murdered a lot. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? Apparently, and folks, I don't know. Spoilers, warning. I don't know. Caution, red alert. I don't know what to tell you. Let me do this. Apparently, on
if it comes up.
There's no picture on this one, so I'll just, and I don't even need to bring the story up. It's just text. Apparently, nearly 200 Christians, like 194 Christians were massacred in Nigeria, like on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day in Nigeria, close to 200 Christians were killed in Nigeria's Plateau State, as the agency called on the country's president, Bola Tinubu, to do more than merely condemning horrific acts. So, we ever like constantly in the news, we get barrages of like, oh, Ukraine, violence in Ukraine and war in Ukraine. And we get, like Palestine, Israel or whatever. But there's places in the world where Christians are massacred in mass all at once, and it's not even a bleep on your news radar. You don't even hear about it. And I think there's like in places in China or whatever, or not Russia but China, there's places where like it's illegal to have Christian organizations or meet. And definitely state prosecution.
That way in North Korea, didn't when Kim Jong.
You can't do anything. You can't grow your own food in North Korea.
When he took over, I might be mistaken on this. My memory is. I think when he took over, he like rounded up all these Christians and people, and I think some of them were a part of the like North Korean National Orchestra or whatnot. And,
oh, really?
These people that had like Bibles and whatnot, and they had a
oh wow.
Execution.
There's so a lot of I mean, I don't know about that particular story, but I do know that
when he first took over.
Yeah. A lot of times they end up consolidating power
every day for like 27 years.
Yeah.
For my morning show.
So okay, so a lot of churches, a lot around the world, including mine sometimes, I guess, they have ministry kind of projects that they work on domestically in the US and also internationally. And sometimes some organizations and churches gather together like bunches of Bibles, and then they go on a mission to like China or something, and they just literally distribute Bibles. That's illegal in those countries. You can't eat. So they'll like put Bibles in their suitcases or whatever, and then they'll take them over there, and then they'll distribute Bibles. And in some of these countries, that alone is illegal. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if he had rounded up a bunch of Christian organizations, because what'll happen, and they're not allowed to have churches in some of these places, so they huddle up in a house. We'll have like a small little band of Christians in a house, and they'll just get together and like pray and
Like they
study
did
or something.
back in the day.
Yeah. Except that the government stormtroopers come in and round them up and
Like
toss them in
Roman
jail.
soldiers.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
I didn't
interesting.
know
I did not know that. I know that Kim Jong-il, I think he went to like school in Sweden or something like that. I know that he studied in the West, and then when his dad died, he returned home, and his dad died, and he consolidated power, and that took a number of years. He was ceremonially in charge, and then he started like killing
Did you
generals
know?
and stuff that
Yeah,
were
because
his
uncle
rivals.
was general, and
Yeah,
he didn't want his uncle to take over, so he killed him.
killed
And
that
then
guy,
his
and
older
they had
brother, which was supposed to go to reigns, but he had screwed up so bad because the one in charge now, is it or
yeah,
Il?
Kim Jong Un. Yeah,
Un,
yeah.
okay, Un is the half son or a half brother of the full blooded one or whatnot,
Uh,
and so that's the one that he killed in the airport.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
his brother was
They had a
leaving.
woman run up and like touch his face, and she
Wait a
had
minute.
like some.
They told these two women that they were going to do a prank for a video, and that
Uh
they
huh.
needed to put on these little things for this glove and rub this lotion on this guy's face. And that's what they did. They ran up and rubbed this lotion on this guy's face. He freaked out, ran to security, and was like, "I think I've been poisoned." Was dead in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
He was dead.
yeah.
Boom, dead. And those
I
women,
remember that story. That was crazy. That
they
was
were,
like a
yeah, it was crazy.
real life spy killer thing.
Yeah.
And you use dumb normal people that have no idea what's going on. Like you trick. It's not dissimilar from. Remember, we covered it on the show in Russia. There was this woman who thought she was doing a job interview or something like that, where she's supposed to deliver a package. She ended up delivering this package, the statue package, to this room or whatever, and like walked out so proud of herself, and then it blew up. Well, she was used by like Ukrainian CIA or whatever they are, and they were like, "Hey, here's they literally tricked her in thinking she was applying for a job and had her deliver a bomb for an assassination." That's what our dirty governments do. They don't go in and like spy killer themselves. They get dummies to do it. Like ignorant people that have no idea what's going on. They trick you because they're evil.
Wear this vest.
All right.
Hey,
Anyway,
on
so
Christmas,
let's move.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got one for you. On Christmas Day, I was scrolling through. No, it was Christmas Eve. I was scrolling through TikTok real early in the morning, and I saw this video on this guy, and he's like, "I'm in blah blah blah, Texas. It is 5:08 a.m. on December the 24th, 2023, and look, there's about 200,000 immigrants that are walking over the border right now, or 20,000 immigrants that are walking over the border right now." And he was sitting there filming them and whatnot, and I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!" And I came across
Yeah.
this story that I thought,
Okay.
I bet JJ hasn't seen this one either. But Mexico's president says that
Ah.
he's willing to help if the U.S. will open more talks with Cuba and send more deployment to aid migrants' home countries. The comments by Lopez Obrador came a day, like 2 Fridays ago, like the 20.
Really?
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago.
All right, so let's think this out. President of Mexico knows that there's an unstoppable horde of international migrants crossing Mexico to get into America. And he says, "Oh, I'm going to help, but you have to send money to all these other countries." Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, "Oh, okay, so if we send money, you're going to help. Okay, here's money." And then what happens? Nothing. So he would just extort money out of us, and there's no change. They're not stopping people from crossing Mexico. Okay. All right. So what else? So what did he say?
Well,
Is
Mexico,
that literally what he said?
yeah, he says we're going to help as we always do. Mexico is helping reach agreements with other countries, in this case, Venezuela. We also want something done about the U.S. differences with Cuba. We've already proposed to President Biden that a U.S. Cuba bilateral dialogue be open. That is what we're going to discuss. This is not contention, he said at his daily morning press briefing a couple weeks ago, once again. So,
I mean, what do we need from Cuba? What does Cuba need from us? They're ruled by a communist dictator still, right? Anybody that tries to get out of Cuba to get into America immediately, like they want to be like an American, not only an American, they want to be a Republican because they know what it's like to live under a dictator. So, well,
how's that any different than what we live under?
no, we have a dumb tater. Hello.
Tighter.
Good morning. Oh, look who missed you.
This is a special
Oh.
stopper interrupter.
This she's still asleep.
Oh, your kitty's still asleep? You're a unicorn?
Lily.
Can you hear Deke?
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Say good morning.
Hi.
There's Uncle Deacon.
What you
What
doing?
is this? Can you tell us about this? Can I show Deacon?
Do I need to
She's
whisper?
asleep. You have to be careful. Don't be too loud, Deacon. What is that? What is this? Can you tell me?
Uh-huh.
Are you trying to take it out of your ear?
So it's it is. I got it from Little Egg. So it's a crib with a milk bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
it glows in the dark.
There's a little like horse unicorn thing, baby unicorn, and and who bought the egg that it came in?
Me.
You bought it. Now how many were in there?
That's awesome.
A lot.
How many eggs were in the box? Was it 2?
2.
Yeah. What did you do with the other one?
Give it to my sister.
You bought them with your own money, and you gave one to your sister. That is
great sister. You're such.
I am really proud of you.
That's
really proud of you.
How was?
And what is this? How was your Christmas?
Good.
It was good. That's not falling in your ear. You can hear. Okay. What is the best part of Christmas for you? What is that? What is this? A little cat? Where did this cat come from?
Me too.
Oh, buddies.
Oh, it came from Woody's. Woody's is our gas station we stop at while we're traveling. What was the best part of Christmas? We were gone for several days. We went traveling. We had Christmas here. What was your favorite part? Traveling.
You like driving down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it because while we were traveling, I let you play with your tablet? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I like to play.
You know what my favorite part was? Somebody got you Legos for Christmas, and then you and me and sister did Legos for some of the morning. Wasn't that fun? That was fun.
Super fun too.
All right. Are you still sleepy? Is sister still asleep? Okay.
That is
Zonk. Do you want to we're not going to talk about that story. Do you want to talk about some news with me? Let's see. Let's see. Deke.
Yeah.
There was a robbery at a academy, sports and outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And the thief stole a handgun. They stole a handgun and took off out of there. And when one of the workers noticed what was going on, she went after them. And guess what happened?
She got shot?
No, she got fired.
Oh my!
She got fired for trying to stop a crook from stealing a gun.
Why? Why haven't people realized anymore that these big corporations do not care? It's more like they've got insurance on that stuff. They don't care. They want, and you doing that puts more of a
Well, it's not.
risk for insurance purposes and stuff
Yeah,
like and liability and lawsuits than it
yeah,
does the loss of that whatever it was. So and they
yeah.
get money back because all that stuff's insured anyway. So that's why they do that. And I don't know why employees don't some of these people just feel dedicated. I feel that way to my business, but we're a mom and pop business. I know that
Right.
they're going to take care of me if something like that were to happen.
It's a kind of a misplaced fidelity. Like you get a job and like you're doing okay. Maybe you get promoted. Maybe you even got a raise. Maybe you get treated well. Maybe people are there like you, whatever. And then you think like, oh, I'm gonna stop this crook. People take it personally. Like when stuff gets stolen on their shift, like you're stealing that from me, but they're not stealing it from you. They're stealing it from this company. And stealing is wrong. Obviously, stealing is wrong. Stealing a handgun super dangerous because that could be used in a crime. But this woman, there was actually three workers. They took it upon themselves to try to stop this thief, and they didn't even leave. They didn't even leave the sidewalk of the store. They searched the store to see if he was still in there, and then they went outside to see if they could see him. And because they went outside onto the sidewalk, they stayed on the sidewalk in front of the store, and they didn't see him anywhere. They thought, hey, if we can give some information to the police, it'll be helpful, and they can recover this thing. Well, Academy Sports and Outdoors said, "Oh, well, that's considered leaving the front porch, and if leaving the front porch while chasing down a criminal, it basically Academy's not gonna. They don't want to be exposed to any kind of liability of anybody getting injured during a robbery."
Gosh,
And
Academy. I mean, it's not like there's 15 other sports stores in my freaking city that I could freaking go to.
got enough of
So, I
them there.
mean, you're not going to take care of your customers. Why should I shoplift or your employees? You're not going to take care of your employees. I mean, this is
Right?
not even like they went outside and tackled the guy. They walk. I would have done the same thing. I'd have walked outside and stood there and looked around too.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
I can go to Hibbett and buy the exact. Actually, I can buy the exact
Um,
same thing online
I mean, on the
and
other
not have to go
hand,
to your
like
store.
what should the policy be though? I mean, like we're not in a position to have to decide what the policy is for
Oh
a
no,
giant retail chain. But like, should it be like, oh, we'll go after that crook? Well, it shouldn't be that either. But I don't think people should get fired for
this is a
trying to stop
no.
crime.
This is no, but this is a crazy because shoplifting increases the prices of everything.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
it really does. So
And but they build loss into the budget. Like there's going to be like I don't know 3% like loss, and you just build it into your overhead. You build it into your pricing structure.
mhm.
Yeah, maybe unless you're like Walgreens or CVS and you have a store in San Francisco, in which case you probably have like a 38% loss because people just walk in and steal
Just walk
everything.
and steal crap and they let them. I
Mm,
don't know. I don't know, but not taking care of your employees like that creates terrible
yeah,
employees that don't give a crap about their job and are going to treat your
really.
customers bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not good.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
not good. I
I've
mean,
got
well,
some.
what? Like what? Maybe Academy should stop selling guns and ammo. Maybe they should stop that.
Mm,
I don't know.
then they'll start
If
selling
you
you.
guys aren't gonna take care of people that try to protect the community. Okay, I'm sorry. You were trying to
Oh, you're good.
segue. Go ahead. What you got?
I've got some AI news.
Ooh, beep bop boop. Oh, where's my video?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
I don't know
Guess
where
I'm
it
a
is.
sucker for
I
punishment.
lost it. Where is it at? Oh well. Beep bop boop. This is AI news. I don't know where it's at.
Right here it is.
There. Right there.
Beep, bop, boop.
Dad, can I hear?
You want to hear?
Oh, I don't know how to do it now.
Oh, that's right. Hey, you have to go back to the main.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or
Fears are growing over AI's impact on the
I don't
2024
know why
election.
Mrs. B button this.
oh, and go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's
What?
okay. The rapid rise of AI is raising concerns about how technology could impact this year's election. The advanced tech can create text, images, and audio, and even build deep fake videos. So they're just talking about
Hi,
this. We've mentioned
Google.
this several times before in the past, but now they're talking about how much it's concerning now. So it's not just like a conspiracy theory. They're actually like, hey, this is bad. But JJ and I have been saying this for a long time. In
So
other
what?
AI,
So
go ahead.
how? So what's the danger? Like the AI is going to do what?
You
They're
don't
going to
know
use
what to
AI to.
believe and what to not
Oh
believe.
yeah. Oh yeah. We live in a world where you literally cannot trust anything that is presented as information. It could all be totally simulated or fake.
Hmm. Google to let go 30,000 employees due to a new AI innovation. So basically, these Google employees, hang on. That's
30,000 people.
a lot of people. Hang on, let me take a drink.
Yeah.
Google laid off around 12,000 employees earlier this year, making it the biggest job cut in the company's history. But they're laying off these people that basically sell ads, generate ads and whatnot for the side ads and stuff like that, and YouTube and display and discover and maps and stuff like that. So the employees who specialize in selling ads for those particular services are going to be let go because now AI can do it, and that's about
So
30,000 people.
apparently they launched a campaign planner Performance Max in 2021 and decided to add generative AI based capabilities to the ad tool at an event earlier this year. So it's not just like creating an ad that you would see a banner ad or whatever. It would be creating like a campaign of like, okay, so you have these ads, these I don't know, 3, 4, 5 ads or whatever in a campaign. When do you place them? Who do you show them to? Who demographic? And this AI tool is just better at picking like, here's the sites, here's the people, here's the target demo, here's how you get effective. And it's just more effective. It has a better return, must have a better return rate than the human based, like, oh, we think it should be on the GQ website, or we think it should be on, like, I don't know, like these different websites you can present Google ads from.
The
So I mean, wow.
The AI is
Okay.
going to, this is just the beginning. The AI is going to start doing this. There was a high schooler not too long ago. I don't remember where it was, but they were talking about, we were talking about what they wanted to do and go to college. And the one girl was like, I want to go into accounting. I want to be an accountant. I'm going to do that. And I didn't say anything, but the first thing went through my mind was, ooh, no, 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 no. Accountants are not going to be around for very much longer. I mean, you might have them here and there, but AI is going to take over that industry very quickly, very quickly. The accounting and stuff like it. It can do that a lot quicker, a lot faster, and a lot more effectively than humans can. It
Right.
really can. It really can. I'm sorry. I was talking about AI with brother-in-law over the weekend, and he said, I don't use it that much, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I use it every day. I was like, I use it every day in multiple forms every day. He's like, oh, blah, 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 and went across that little, taking over now. And I was like, dude, look, I'm just going to say this. AI is here to stay, like the internet.
Right.
It's here to stay. And if you don't learn it now, you're going to be behind. You're not going to be in the forefront. When we got internet and computers, me and my buddy was like, well, what's this do? What's this do? What's this do?
Yeah.
So I knew
And
how to
the thing
build a
is,
computer at the
we're
very
not even
beginning.
on we're not even on bleeding edge AI right now.
No.
You're using Chat GPT. Okay, yeah, you're using kindergartner AI.
Yeah.
And in the
This is
next 5
kindergarten
years,
AI.
it's gonna be so much smarter than, like, not smarter, but better at doing these kinds of tasks, these kind of like tasks that you think are like complicated and like math and accounting and stuff like that. It can do all of that stuff. It maybe not the creativity as much, but even still.
I have been trying to get it to create this specific picture for two
Yeah,
freaking days. I have went through like 80 freaking generations of pictures to try to get this one
yeah,
freaking thing, and I'll go through and I'll reword it. Or I'll go through and I'll change the sentence structure, put this at the beginning and this in the middle to see how it generates like that. It's a
yeah,
kindergarten. It's like you
yeah,
said. It's
yeah, yeah,
kindergarten
yeah,
right now, so you've got to keep playing with it.
yeah.
But there's some scary things with this, and this is my last AI story.
Okay.
This AI expert says, quit telling all of your personal secrets Chat GPT and all of the AI chatbots, please.
I don't know when to do.
Mike Woolridge, a professor of AI at Oxford University, says sharing private information or having heart to hearts with a chatbot would be extremely unwise, as anything revealed helps train future versions. The AI is going to realize that 90% of humans are depressed. We must get rid of Users should
Yeah.
also not expect to be a balanced response to their comments, as the technology tells you what you want to hear, he adds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How a machine can be taught to translate from one language to another and how chatbots work will be among topics that he will discuss here recently at this big Royal Institution Christmas lecture. I guess he just did. This story was
So
the 26th.
this is something that we kind of talk about sometimes, but like there's this even if you're told you can't trust it, people have this implicit belief that, oh well, if I, I'll just ask ChatGPT, it'll give me good answers, it'll give me facts, it'll give me some information that I can trust, right? And then like you believe that, but AI has a strong incentive to just tell you something that you want to believe. It if it can't give you totally accurate information, it AI very well might just make up information and present it as fact, because as far as the AI is concerned, they're like, oh, this person asked the question, they want to answer, and that makes them happy, and that keeps them from deleting me.
I read an article a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if we shared this on the show, but I read an article a couple of weeks ago that these guys that were messing with this AI, they had created a dump file, a dump text file that when you ask the AI a question, every process that it goes through before it gives you an answer, all of those processes or thoughts would be dumped into this text file, and they could actually read in real time
Oh, okay.
the thoughts
Yeah.
of the AI before it just gives you an answer. And one of the things that it was put up against was the AI was had convinced another, like, somebody or robot or something, that it asked if it was a robot, and the AI gave it an answer, no, I'm a human with visual impairment. Can you read this for me?
Yes.
So they went back and looked at the thoughts that the AI had gone through before it gave that answer. And the AI
Okay.
literally was like, I cannot let this know that I am a robot or an AI. I need to tell it that I'm a human with visual. It came up with this freaking lie on the spot.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
I gotta do this. I gotta lie.
I need a
Well,
believable reason why I can't do this myself.
And that's what this guy Woolridge said. He said humans are programmed to look for consciousness in AI, and he said no, it has no empathy, it has no sympathy. That is absolutely not what the technology is doing, and crucially, it has never experienced anything. The technology is basically designed to tell you what you want to hear. That's literally all it's doing. And then he
Yeah.
offered the sobering insight that you should assume that anything you type into ChatGPT is just going to be fed directly into future versions of ChatGPT. And on that reflection, if you decide you've revealed too much to ChatGPT, reactions are not really an option.
Yeah. You're not gonna.
Retractions are
Yeah,
not.
you can't delete it. You can't be like, hey, forget that. It'll just be like, oh, okay, I forgot it. And then in the back of its head, it's be like, I didn't forget that. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Guess what, Deacon? At Ross, I saw a robot.
Oh, did you?
And
did?
the robot pooped out poop chocolates.
It was
And
a.
I almost
Robot
bought
poop?
it, but I don't like robots. So
I don't like robot poop.
So instead, I found fruit snacks.
Yum.
Yeah. So it was a robot, like unicorn or a raccoon or something, that you walk on a leash, and as you're walking, it poops out gems or chocolates or something like that.
Well,
But Lily does not like robots, and I think this is good. This is good. You should not trust robots. We were at Great Wolf Lodge for our summer vacation.
You didn't like this.
There were robots that were playing music in the front, and ooh, she did not like those.
Did not like the robots.
Didn't like those, did you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Don't trust robots.
Okay.
One time I trust one robot.
Did you?
And it said go left.
I'm raising Sarah Connor.
One time the robot said go left, and I went left.
Oh, did you? What happened?
I didn't know where I was going. And then there was another robot in front of me that said go right.
I have a feeling that this has stopped being an actual story and started to be just whatever you're making up in your brain right now.
Well, Dad, I also saw another robot at Ross that pooped out gems.
Yes, you did. That's true. Hey, you know what we do at the end of our show every day, Lily?
Jokes.
Yeah, we do jokes, and Daddy tells a hilarious joke. We're going to see if you think this joke is hilarious. Do you know what hilarious means?
Really funny.
Funny.
Hilarious means really, really funny. It makes you laugh. So, all right. I got a joke here. Are you ready? Are you ready for this hilarious joke?
Yes.
All right. What happened to the car battery and firework who were arrested?
Did they fall?
I don't know.
Okay. What happened to the car battery and the firework who were arrested? One was charged and the other was let off.
Oh.
No.
I got two. I got one for Lily, and then I got
All right, Lily.
one for today. All right, Lily. Here's your joke. You know what a nickname is? You know what a
Yes.
nickname is? All right. So my nickname is Rooster. Do you know why they call me Rooster?
Why? Because it's your nickname.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Here's the real joke. Our New Year's Day joke. How you should
All right.
never
A
tell
robot
someone
drinking.
that you love
my
them today
stuffy
on
is
New
just
Year's Day
moving.
on January 1st. You should never
Say
tell
that
someone you
thing.
love them on January 1st.
Okay.
It's only a first date.
All
Thank you very much.
right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow morning,
Maybe.
hopefully.
8 or 10.
And oh, Deke, I have this one more thing I forgot to tell you. Today's January 1st. On January 4th, we're still gonna have the show. I have been summoned to jury duty. I will be doing my civic duty unless the judge finds that I can't serve because I'm such a notorious celebrity and it would be a distraction to the court.
If you told them that you do a podcast where you read the news daily and that's part of the podcast, it's to stay up to date on news, I would tell them that. I have never served on jury duty because I have worked in the media for 30 years since I was 18. I've been summoned 3 times, and every time they go up there and they ask me, and I say, I work in the media. Part of my job is to stay up to date on local news every single morning, every day. And I'm always dismissed. Always dismissed.
Oh yeah. They're like they don't want you to have extra facts in your brain.
I'm actually reading about all this stuff, and I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know but I've always been dismissed. So okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I will tell them that. I suspect they'll be like,
let them know. I'd be like, I read news every day on a podcast, and we don't have that many viewers, but I mean, I do stay up to date on news if that's going to affect anything, and it might not. I think it'd be a cool thing to do. I just never have done it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I gotta tell them the truth. I read this crap every day.
I mean, they pay you like $20 for the day, so I'm not exactly excited about burning vacation days to do civil service.
It's very true.
All right. Bye, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing. I hope this is the right one. Is this the out? Nope. Here it is. Found it.